Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fireside Chat number 310.
Yes.
All right.
Wow.
It took 300 and something times for me to remember the number. This is Mr. Tubbs, and the chances of his hanging around for more than a minute are minimal. But at least I want you to meet him, the successor to the late, great Otto. This is the Fireside Chat, my chance to talk to you about what is on my mind every week and then take your questions. And there he goes. All right. Anyway, you caught a glimpse of Mr. Tubbs. That was better than usual. Well, my friends, this is a very tough one for me, and I rarely say that. As you probably have figured out by now, it takes a great deal to get me down. My expectations from life are not what many people's are, so I sort of ride with disappointment. I know that it is inevitable, but the events of this past weekend in the Middle East, the barbarity, sadism, cruelty has reached a level that few have seen in our lifetime. And I want to talk to you about it. I don't know how many years ago it is, but at the very beginning of PragerU, I made a video, one of the 5-minute videos that we have on explaining the Middle East. What is the name of it actually? Was it called the Middle East? Or is it explaining the Middle East? I'd like people to be able to see it. It's probably the most widely viewed video on the Middle East in the world.
The Middle East problem.
The Middle East problem, thank you. I mean, tens of millions of views. And I'm very happy about that for PragerU, and especially because it helped clarify the issue. Again, it was 5 minutes. My theme was that the Middle East problem is one of the easiest to explain and one of the toughest to solve. And basically, it came down to my repeated theme in the 5 minutes. One side wants the other side dead. And I make it a matter of policy, not to overstate, not to exaggerate. But it sounds like, oh, well, that's a little over the top, Dennis. But this weekend, in case you thought that was over the top, proved that that is not the case. Hamas and Hezbollah and other extreme Muslim elements who are quite powerful in the Muslim world, such as the entire Iranian government, the Islamic Republic of Iran, want Israel annihilated. Not defeated, not subjugated, annihilated. It is the only call to genocide and to the extermination of a state in the world. Can you think of any other nation that is targeted for extinction? There isn't any other. There are fights in this world, there are enemies, but the notion that you should cease to exist and we will kill as many of your people as possible is unique to those Muslims who want to destroy Israel. And you saw it in practice. The targets were not the Israeli army. The entire target was Jews in Israel, in their homes, at their concert. About 270 young people were massacred who were attending a concert. I believe it was even a peace concert, ironically. But that's not here or there. It was a concert. And they were massacred en masse. And you know why? Because they were Jews. And that's really important to understand the issue of the Middle East. What we have here, and people don't want to hear this because people don't like to confront evil. I have a whole theory on that, which I may have mentioned in past fireside chats. People don't want to confront evil, and that's why I've said all of my life, evil is not dark. Evil is so bright, people don't look at it. You can easily look into the dark, but it's impossible to look into extremely bright light. You cannot look at the sun. People don't look at evil. It's too painful to do so. That's why I remember in high school, I didn't understand why everybody didn't hate communism. It slaughtered more people than any doctrine in one given period of time, 100 years, than anything in the history of the world. Why didn't people hate it? Because people don't rarely confront real evils. So what we have here is a desire to do what the Nazis did. In this case, kill every Jew in Israel. Exterminate the state and kill the Jews. I asked the question in my video, and I beg you to watch it. It's only 5 minutes. I asked the question, this should explain everything. What would happen if Israel said, we will fight no longer, we are laying down our arms? And what would happen if the Palestinians said, we will fight no longer, we are laying down our arms? And I answered my own question. At this point, let me remind you that the rest of the Fireside Chat is at PragerU.com. The reason we do this is we fear that social media may simply one day pull the plug and take us down, unfortunately, because they are not open to all opinions. As reasonable, rational, and decent as I think our opinions are. So please now go to PragerU.com, or best, just start at PragerU.com each week to watch the Fireside Chat, or get the PragerU app, and that's the easiest way to access everything we put up. Again, PragerU.com, and we continue.